If you're interested in baking with whole grains, especially einkorn, then this video is for you. I'm gonna show you how to make 100% einkorn sourdough. No modern wheat, no blends, just einkorn. Einkorn is actually one of the oldest known varieties of wheat available on the planet. It has a lower, weaker, and more fragile gluten structure than modern wheat. To make the loaf work, we're gonna use a scalding method, which means we're gonna pour boiling water, mix vigorously, and that's gonna pre-gelatinize the starches in the bread, which is gonna give it a higher moisture content. Like you can see here how soft that crumb is. It's gonna give it a better shelf life, and of course, it's gonna taste amazing. I find it has notes of coffee. It's very robust, and this is one of my favorite breads to make. Tender, holds together, and delicious. Now, if you're new here, I've been teaching people how to bake better bread for almost 20 years, and stick around because you're gonna learn an awesome bread. The first thing we're gonna do to make our einkorn sourdough is make an einkorn starter. Now, if you really wanted to, you could probably use your regular starter, but because I want this to be a true einkorn loaf, we're gonna use a einkorn sourdough starter. I like to do this the morning before I build my levain, but you could also do it the night before. So I have my regular sourdough starter here. If you don't have a sourdough starter, I will leave a link in the description below on another video showing you step-by-step how to create your own. I have an empty jar, and I'm going to place about 10 grams of my regular sourdough starter in the jar. Doesn't have to be perfect. Let's see what that is. Well, that's 6 grams. We'll go a little bit more. Depending on when you do this, you might want more or less. We're doing it in the morning of. We're gonna put 110 grams of water. All you have to remember is that you need 200 grams total, because when we build our levain, you're gonna need 210 grams of einkorn starter. So I like to do a little bit extra because inevitably you lose a little bit on the spatula, in the bowl, or whatever, and then I'll measure again. And I've already measured this out. This is 110 grams of einkorn flour. Could probably have just measured it right into the jar, but you know, why not? Make extra dishes, make things difficult. There you go, I just lost some flour. Now we're gonna mix this up, and this is gonna need to rise for about 12 hours. So you're gonna have to plan this bake a little bit. You could do this overnight, you could do this in the morning. I typically do it in the morning. Place a lid on it, put it up here, and then tonight, we're gonna build the levain, or in 12 hours, you'll build your levain that's gonna get mixed into your final dough. I'll see you soon. 12 hours later, your einkorn sourdough starter is gonna look something like this, full of bubbles. It's risen significantly in the jar. It smells very acidic. It hasn't collapsed yet, and it looks awesome. And now we're gonna use this to build a levain, or sourdough starter, to be used in the final mix of our dough tomorrow. Place your bowl. Now, if you remember, I did a little bit extra sourdough starter because I just like to have a little buffer just in case you lose a little bit. So we're gonna actually measure this into the jar, and we need 200 grams, somewhere around 200, 205 would be okay. And now I've got, you can see a little bit extra here. So this can go into building a new starter, and you can keep this alive if you want. You can discard that, whatever you wanna do. Mix it into some pancakes, some einkorn sourdough waffles will be delicious. Now we're gonna add 400 grams of water. Oh, exactly. And then 300 grams of einkorn. And we're gonna mix this up really well. So you're gonna see, because it has a little bit more water than flour, it should be very easy to mix this. And it's gonna be like almost like a pancake consistency. Scrape down the sides really well. Once this is mixed, we're gonna leave this for about 12 to 18 hours at room temperature, covered. I like to just use a plastic bag so that I can just reuse the bag over and over and over, and just place it off to the side or wherever in your kitchen, it doesn't matter. And the next day, or 12 hours later, depending on when you're making this, we'll make our final einkorn sourdough dough. It's been 12 hours since we fed our einkorn levain, and you can see it's bubbled up. It's nice and loose. If you look closely, you've got all these little tiny micro bubbles in there. I've got 400 grams of einkorn flour, 12 grams of salt, and we're gonna add 300 grams of boiling water. The boiling water is in the kettle now. It has to be boiling for this to work. This is going to be a scalding method, and it's a pre-gelatinization of the starches in the flour, which is gonna give us that beautiful custardy crumb in the final loaf. You can put the salt directly on top of the flour and just mix that in. So we're gonna put our flour and salt mixture directly on top of the levain. Now we have our boiling water. Thank you so much, Joyce. Well, I don't know if you can see that. It's steaming. This is boiling. This is a hot kettle. For the haters out there that don't believe me, we are at 99.2 degrees Celsius. It's hot. Now we're gonna put 300 grams. So we're gonna pour the boiling water and immediately start to mix this. Now, because there's so much levain and flour, the temperature of the final dough, it's not gonna be that hot, and this is gonna rise very quickly. So mix this vigorously, and at this stage, you'll see, there we go. Make sure it's fully mixed, there's no dry, and look, it's more of a batter than a dough. And now we're gonna put this directly into the pan. So we're gonna use a wet dough scraper so that it doesn't stick. Get rid of some of it, get all that out there. And we're just gonna start to scoop this into the pan. And each one's gonna be about 800 grams. If you wanna make sure, you can actually throw this right up on the scale. If you're just making it at home, doesn't matter. And we are going to be, like I said, approximately 800 grams per. You're gonna lose a little bit on the bowl and on the scraper and all that. So if you're a little bit under, that's okay. So for example, I've got 840 and 760, so I just need to transfer about 40 grams. Now we've got 804 and 798, close enough. So the next thing we're gonna do, don't break the scale. Now, to make this look a little bit nicer, I'm just gonna use a wet dough scraper, and I'm gonna just smooth out the top of the loaf. So we're gonna use the scraper on the sides. If it starts to stick, you can wet it a little bit more. We don't want water dripping all over the loaf, but you do want a wet scraper so that it doesn't stick. So we'll do something like this. And then I'm gonna take a wet dough scraper, and you just wanna smooth out the top gently. And I like to sort of, you know, make the edges look nice as well. Okay, the last thing we're gonna do is this loaf does not get scored. We're gonna put the scraper in water, and then right in the middle, we're gonna press down about halfway. And this is gonna allow the loaf to open up naturally, right where we've pressed it. Okay, show you that again. Now I'm gonna set a timer for 35 minutes, and this is gonna take probably about 35 to 45 minutes, depending on your flour, your starter, your temperature. I'm gonna just cover these with a towel. Make sure you preheat your oven at this point. I'm gonna turn my oven to full blast at 500 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about 260 degrees Celsius. You'd think I'd know that at this point because I do this quite often. Hey Google, what's 500 Fahrenheit to Celsius? Oh. Anyways, we're gonna leave this, get my oven preheated, and get these dishes cleaned up. All right, 35 minutes is up, and it's time to bake our bread. You can see they've risen significantly. There's little holes starting to form in the top, and we wanna get these in the oven. We're gonna fire these in the preheated oven. It's 500 Fahrenheit, which is 260 Celsius. Add our steam. Then we're gonna drop it to 440 Fahrenheit, which is about 225 Celsius. We're gonna give it 25 minutes with steam, then the steam, and then 25 minutes without. You can bake these in a deck oven, home oven, Dutch oven if you have a big enough one. Doesn't matter, just remember you want some steam at the start. Get these in the oven. All right, einkorn breads are out of the oven and they look amazing. I like to bake these to 96 Celsius or about 206 Fahrenheit just to make sure they're done, because it's hard to tell just by looking. You can see from where we put the wet scraper, it's opened up naturally, and we don't even have to score this loaf. We're gonna let these cool down, and then we'll slice into it. I recently got this 100 subscriber YouTube button. And if you're here and you've watched this video all the way, I wanna say thank you. If you're not subscribed, join over 100,000 bakers from around the world and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all. Actually, no, I won't. Let's cut the bread first. If I don't cut the bread, a whole bunch of people are gonna complain in the comments that I made a video and didn't cut the bread. So let's get a knife and cut the bread. I'm back. It's time to cut the bread. I let them cool all the way before slicing them, very important. And let's slice it open and see what it looks like. Oh, beautiful crumb. This is going to make excellent, excellent, I don't even know, breakfast bread, I guess. Anytime bread, afternoon bread with soup. It's cold outside, it's the middle of winter here in Canada. Smells amazing, looks amazing. Maybe I should make a video on how not to slice bread, but let's try it. Beautiful, 100% whole grain, einkorn, love it. Thank you so much for watching, peace. Look at how terrible I cut that, like a doorstop. But I was trying to cut it like away from me. It's very difficult to cut a loaf of bread like that, but I did it for you.